from the 4E's podcast, and we have our host that's sitting next to me.
That's your co-host, BC, in the place to be. How you doing, Lady Shireen?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, BC, Brian? How was your weekend?
My weekend was fine. I mean, beautiful weather, beautiful day, beautiful days. Actually, I've been out there chasing and going after it. It was kind of hard getting here today, but because the team is such a powerful team, you guys got us up and going, and we're only a few minutes behind schedule, but. For those that are listening out there, I am BC, and right to my right is Lady
Shireen. Hey,
and this is, I think, our 17th podcast.
Yes, it is.
Wow, can you imagine?
17, yeah.
17 episodes. Can you imagine that, man? Last year, we had this plan to put this thing together, and we're finally moving on up.
Yeah.
To the east side.
Yes, it's been a journey, but we getting it. We doing it. We getting it. So, it's a journey, but it's going. So, how is everyone out there? Thank you if you are tuning in by the way of YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you catch this, on the rewind, or if that's what you call it, then we thank you for tuning in. Again, hit those likes, those shares, give us some comments, let us know how you doing, and let us know, if we can do something to assist you. If you want to hear some different topics, let us know. Inbox us. Let us know.
And if you want to come on, all you got to do is go up to our webpage.
That too.
4epodcast.com.
That's exactly what it is.
And if you come up there, you put your name in the pool to come up on the podcast and talk about what you want to talk about. I'm looking forward to some exciting people coming in. I know we got a person that's a breast cancer survivor. He's supposed to be coming in August. We also got a musician that's supposed to be coming in.
Yeah, and that's some great people.
We have three family members that are connected in husband, wife, and daughter that are with her husband.
Absolutely.
That are supposed to be coming on. So we look forward to those individuals that are coming on. And we're probably going to be calling back some of our other guests that have been on. I'm looking forward, hopefully, to get Professor Benjamin back.
Yeah, he actually told me he wants to come back. A couple of people told me that they, want to come back. So, definitely.
Yeah, well, listen, we bring you back because we know you bring the pain, you bring the funk, you bring the knowledge, you bring the information. So what do we talk about on the 4E podcast, Lady Shireen?
We talk about education,
entertainment,
empowerment,
and enlightenment. So what are those things inclusive of? Those are things that are inclusive of everything that you can think about that's under the sun that has to do with positive, uplifting, spiritual, powerful thought, powerful knowledge. One of the things that I'm getting ready to embark upon, Lady Shireen, I'm not going to do any self-promotion, but I'm going to do some self-promotion.
Do self-promotion.
Is I'm getting ready to build a deck 20 by 20. So I think what I'm going to do, if you would grant me the liberty, is maybe take some pictures.
Absolutely, I got you.
And then we can put them up. Now that would be the first, Lady Shireen, because we have not done any, what do you call those B-rolls?
B-roll video.
Yeah,
B-roll, yes.
We haven't done any B-roll video, and I think that's the next evolution, because we've already expanded our footprint in the electronic cyberspace network, Instagram,
YouTube,
and Facebook, and we're also on Wix. So those 4 different channels that you could turn into and find us. And we're here because we know that you're there.
You're there, yes.
And we can bring it to you. So we love what we do. So we were talking about what we were going to talk about. So what we're going to talk about, Lady Shireen?
We're just going to chat it up tonight. We actually had 2 guests that can't make it tonight. So we understand that. So, me and Brian just going to, talk about different things. I know Brian wanted to talk a little bit about Biz Markie.
Yeah, Biz Markie, the DJ. We're going to take a moment of silence in his passing. He made a lot of famous records, and one of our guests was actually on the show that actually
Cool
DJ
V.
Yeah,
Cool
DJ
V.
Cool
Yes,
V.
thank you.
So a moment of silence real quick. So, you know, back in the day, that's the kind of music I grew up on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baby,
that's it. That was
what I need.
All right, sing, Brian.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, but he just passed the other day, and condolences to his family and his network and all the people out there. Because, you know, what's really interesting is that, you know, if you live long enough, unfortunately, Lady Shireen, you and I already know what it means. That if you live long enough, you're going to experience some grief.
That's it.
And the grief doesn't always come in the form of death.
Right, that's true.
It could come in the form that you thought you were going to get an A in class and you got a B. Right. You know, it's a different kind of grief, but it is, you grieve that because you think that you have so many expectations.
Yeah.
And when you have somebody that's been an integral part of your life and then they're not there anymore, like my boy Winky, condolences to him and his family.
Yes.
It kind of draws a lot on your spirit, and it also draws on your resolve. You know, you'll be like, well, why did it have to happen? But, you know, there's somebody more powerful than us.
That's it.
And when he calls you, you don't have a choice.
Don't have a choice.
If he says it's time to come home,
it's time to come home.
And you're going. So, but with that being stated, I mean, if you want to, I think you could just listen to the radio stations out there. Everybody's playing his songs. Every time we have a death of a major rap artist, R&B artist, music artist, or you know, you will find that their music popularity just goes through the roof.
Yeah. It does, you know. It's actually, I mean, you know, if you love their music, you know, it's a time where you could just, you know, love on, you know, what you love, you know, and love on them, even though they're not here. But you can reminisce, you know, on the records or the songs, you know. And lots of times when you know, hear your favorite song or those songs, you know, memories, you know, come when you first heard the song or when you first saw the video, and it's like, oh yes, I remember that. You know, lots of times you even know where you were at that time.
You know, I mean, I can't even believe that you know, that now we refer to rap music when I was growing up as old school.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I'm old school now. I mean, I never wanted to be old school. I wanted to always be new school. So, I mean, when Marquise and Donnie, when they get older later on in life and they start talking about the music that they listen to at this time in the age, and then they become, and they be talking about, oh, you are the old head crowd, you know, they youngins say, you just don't understand, you don't get it. No, I got it. I didn't want to get it, but I got it. I mean, you know, but with that wisdom comes with age.
That's right.
So some of the things that I have today, I mean, I wouldn't trade that for $1 million. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Because,
you wouldn't trade it, huh?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's important that as you age, that you appreciate the time that you're granted on this earth and the knowledge that you have gained.
This is true.
You know, when I look back and when I look at young folks today, and I try to reason and try to get into some of their thought patterns, sometimes it's a challenge.
Yeah, because it's a whole different world, whole different ball game. So it's different, you know. And then, like they say, it's a gap. You know, we have to try to bridge those gaps. Yeah.
So, and when you think about bridging those gaps, you got to figure out how do you make the connection between what is and what was and what was and what is. You know.
That's it.
So, I mean, it's kind of interesting that when you think. That back in the day, you know, I was thinking back, because going back, you know, you're an author, and you know I keep talking about becoming an author.
Yes.
And what happens a lot of times is I could just be somewhere, and one of the things that they talk about when you're an author is just always have a piece of paper and a pen so you can write down some of your thoughts.
That's right.
And I was thinking
have it everywhere.
I was thinking back to like when I was in the 5th grade, and I had a teacher. And how I know that this I actually had 2 teachers that I had 3 teachers really that made an impression upon me.
Okay.
That is irreplaceable. One of the teachers was my 5th grade teacher, which I think I shared this earlier in our podcast. She actually bought a kit, or she had the school buy a kit from like Radio Shack. And it offered me the opportunity to play around with electronics.
Okay.
And that's now today.
So that's where you get it from.
Yeah, that's where I get it
That's
from,
where he gets it from. Okay.
And now, I'm in the process of buying some more speakers. And I told you before, I don't think I'm going to DJ again, but I'm coming back.
Exactly.
The other day, I actually did 2 DJ gigs all in the same day. Lady Shereen, you don't know how it felt.
Wow, look at Brian. Look at that. Now, I was working with Brian, and yes, he told me, he's like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to DJ no more. I don't want to do photography no more. I don't want to do the video no more. And I'm like, you're kidding me, right? And I'm like, you should do it. I'm like, it's very rewarding. I said, and it's good money. So he's like, no, I just want to do my landscaping. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah. But I guess I rubbed off on him.
Yeah, well, Lady Shereen, you want to talk about it? I mean, you were doing something this weekend that just passed too. You was out making some money, weren't you?
Last weekend I was.
Last weekend. Talk about it. What were you doing?
I did a wedding last weekend, and I did a baby shower and also a proposal. So yeah, I was busy last weekend.
No, you said you did it. What do you mean? You were the pastor? You were the preacher? What do you mean you did it? What did you do to do it?
You're right. I gotta say that, right? Like, what did she do?
She said she did it.
Right. So for the wedding, I was the photographer, and for the bridal shower and the proposal, I was the videographer. So yeah.
So what does that? What did that look like? Was that like a 2-minute day, a 5-minute day, a 5-hour day? What does it look like?
No, it wasn't too bad. The wedding was a couple of hours, maybe about 3, 4, and I knew them, so yeah, I hung around and had some fun. And then the baby shower and a proposal was like maybe 4 hours.
But this proposal that you're talking about, this is big things could be coming down from this proposal. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You putting that seed in the soil, and you're hoping that it's going to grow.
Absolutely, it sure will.
So if you ever come onto the 4E podcast and you see me sitting here by myself, it means that Lady Shereen has moved on to bigger and better things. And listen, I'm counting on her blessings, because I know that her blessings are my blessings, and vice versa. My blessings are her blessings. So, but the reality is, I know you've been working really hard on getting that proposal, and that's a big step. But it also shows your progression.
Absolutely. Now, proposal, you talking about?
I was talking about the one where you was meeting with a director that is possibly looking to put together some of the things that you were talking about doing on a bigger scale.
Okay, yeah, no, not that. That was an actual proposal that someone did. Engagement. There we go. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Engagement. But that is in the works. But
okay. So that's something else. So,
that's something totally different.
So when you use the word proposal, I don't know if you're talking about a written proposal or like, honey, would you be my wife?
You're right.
That kind of
proposal. It was an engagement proposal.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. I mean, we want to make sure that you out there is podcasting,
absolutely,
understand that sometimes words have multiple meanings,
and
that's a prime example of proposal.
See, this is an education moment. He's educating me, which I don't mind, because I love it.
You know, one thing that people say about us is that we interact with each other very well. We have camaraderie, and that camaraderie is something that we didn't know we were going to have that magic when we decided to put this podcast together. But to the glory of Him, that we have the power to do the things that we do and bring it to you guys every Monday. We're here at 5:00. Today I think it was like 5:02, 5:03, but we're here. And we want you to be there. And the only way that you could be there is if you tune in. And if you tell a friend. And then you tell a friend, and so on and so on and so on.
Yes. So I see Regina. Hi, Gina. How are you? Giving you a shout out. And I saw that there was someone named Xavier that had popped on and hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you Instagram, I can't see you because I don't have it on my computer. Thank you for tuning in. YouTube, if you're on that, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you.
So with that all being stated, we have some special things going on in the international world. There are the Olympics.
Yes, the Olympics we have this year in Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was watching the trials of the the female gymnastic team, and I saw that 2 females of color actually made it to the team, and I was so
That's
impressed.
awesome.
You know, the one female, obviously everybody knows her. She's on a lot of TV commercials now. She's doing her gymnastics thing, and she's just killing it. So, I mean, this is so weird at this time because I just was talking to you prior to us coming on, and there's some indication that there are some athletes that have actually contracted.
Yes, COVID. They were saying on the news today on CNN. I was watching, and they were saying that, you know, COVID, the Delta variant is rising, and you know, the Olympics starts next Friday. But they were saying that there were a few of them, you know, that got sick, and I think there's 2 that they actually mentioned that are at the hotel and they are quarantining. Yeah, so it's got to be careful.
Can you imagine you work all your life and you get an opportunity to be on the world stage?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, first and foremost, they didn't know if they were going to have the Olympics.
Right.
Then they said, no, we're going to go forward with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Then they said, we're going to go forward with the Olympics and we're not going to have any audience.
Exactly.
Then they said, we're going to go forward with the Olympics, and now they have COVID rising.
Yes, they have COVID rising, and
this is like wow, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they said this year is the biggest one that they've ever had. So, you know, that is it's just something else. So, you know, hopefully they don't have to, you know, shut it down or postpone it again. But you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, if they postpone it, that young lady that running track that told it a little bit and got suspended, maybe she'll be back in. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I was listening to the TV and they were saying, or to the news, and they were saying that she has that advertisement with a sponsor for $250,000 that even though she may not be in the Olympics, that she could potentially make up to $250,000. And I think you know, with the emergence of the college athlete now being able to use his likeness to get endorsements so that they can actually make money. The world today is just moving so fast. Things that we wouldn't even think about.
It's too
things that we wouldn't even think about.
Exactly.
You know, like a college athlete getting paid money.
Right.
I mean, not that they weren't getting paid money before, but it was not
on a larger scale now.
No, it wasn't legal. Right. I mean, now it's legal for you to take your picture, your photo likeness, and brand that, and then make money off of that. I mean, the world is evolving so fast. You know,
it is.
You got collective bargaining where athletes are now going in and they're actually saying that we'll do this, we're not going to do that.
Right.
And now the leagues have to pay attention because the athletes, if they don't play, then the league owners can't make money. And if the league owners can't make money, then TV can't make money. TV can't make money. Then brand products can't make money. That's right. All of these things are connected now.
Trickle effect. So trickle down.
At one time, it'd be like, listen, you want to play football? This is what we're going to pay you, and that's it.
That's it.
You know, you didn't even really have a big opportunity to negotiate. Now people are making crazy money. $42 million.
Yes.
$100 million for playing a sport. And I'm not knocking it because the reality is they're putting their minds and their bodies at risk every single day they step out there on the field and on the court.
Yeah. So very dangerous.
And they're being exposed to all kinds of other things, you know. So I mean,
now it's COVID. So, you know, and that's, you know, a tough thing to deal with, especially, you know, if you are the type of person that really, really gets sick, and, you know, once you get it, you know, it compromises your immune system. Yeah. So
another thing I heard, I mean, and I'm not listen, this is positive. Everything we're saying is about positive.
Exactly.
Is that individuals that haven't taken the shot are more susceptible than individuals that haven't.
Right.
But they said that there have been instances where individuals that have taken the shot have also gotten sick. Yes. And have not been as sick as a person that hasn't taken the shot.
But still
it's just so mind-boggling. You know, you really got to put your hands around what you think it is and what it is, because what you think it is, it may not be, and what you think it might not be, it might be. So, I mean, you know.
Yes, this is true. Hi, Yolanda. I see Yolanda Smith. She says, I'm here too. So.
Hey, Yolanda, how you feel out there? I hope everything that we're talking about is real. On another note, I saw that there's one astronaut that actually went up into space, you know, and he was up there for, I think, 11 minutes. Or 4 minutes, something like that. And then there's another business owner.
Yes.
/ astronaut.
Yes.
That is getting ready to embark, and he's taking his mission up, and he's going to be up there for 11 minutes. And he's going to go even further than the last mission. So the world is opening up. If you got money, you can go to space.
Right. Keyword.
I just want to know. I want to know. Shereen, are you going?
No.
Even if they make it affordable, like $1,000.
No, I'm good.
You're not going to space?
No, I'm good.
Oh, man.
Are you going, Brian?
Hey, listen, if I have the money and I can go to space, I'm going.
You going? Okay.
You know why I'm going? Because I want to find what it feels to be like in zero gravity. I want to be floating. I mean, I already float sometimes, but that's another story. But, you know, I want to float. I want to be up in space. I want to be out there chilling, you know, looking up at the stars. So... But with that being stated, the world that we know is just changing. I don't even know, and you don't know, and I don't think anybody knows whether the college students, whether the high school students, whether the middle school students are going back in September. What are your thoughts?
You don't know only because this Delta variant, they said, is, spiking. And again, I was listening to the news, and as far as, I forgot which state, but they were saying that the kids are going back. That there are some kids that go back in August. Mm-hmm. And, they were saying that they would have to wear masks, and, they might have to reassess, what they were planning to do. So, none of us know anything. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know what the next week is going to bring, the next month. So we just have to take one day at a time, literally.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the biggest challenges that you have to think about too is if you have a college student going to school and you already paid for their dormitory, because dormitory life is expensive. You don't go to college.
It's very expensive.
just and not only do you have to have dormitory life, you have to pay for your meal plan.
That's
you have to do this, you have to do that. Yep. So you have to pay for your student fees.
Yeah.
When all that comes
Books,
together,
it's very expensive. Everything.
If they don't have it, how does a college generate enough revenue to keep people that like housekeeping and food services and grounds crew?
It's hard. It's rough.
Now I know a lot of these colleges got some of that PPP money.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I mean, they might be sitting in a pretty good position temporarily.
Right. Temporarily, yeah.
But we as a world, we as a nation, we as a state, we as a county, we as a city, we as individuals, we all want to get back. When people say I'm going back, I mean, to being normal, do you know what that meant for a lot of people? They were going crazy.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, everybody can't wait. I mean, you've been suffering for a whole year. Well, actually, over a year now. Yeah. And
now, I go in the stores and I'm confused. I shouldn't say I'm confused. What do I want to say? A better word. I don't know if I am or if I'm not supposed to wear a mask, because in some stores they say masks are still required. In other stores they say do as you would like to do.
Right.
Be conscious of others.
True.
So it's like putting the moral decision on you in reference to what you're going to do.
That's it. But I guess the main thing is they know that, people that are vaccinated, if you don't have to wear masks is what they're saying. So if you know that you have not been vaccinated, then, in order to feel safe and be safe, you put your mask on.
Yeah. Well,
so that's the rule.
I've gone to the front of a store. I don't know about any of y'all, but I know y'all out there in the real world have had this happen to you. Even before, if you had the vaccination or you haven't had the vaccination. And you get to the store and you be like, you get in the store and then a strange feeling comes over you. You be like, oh, I gotta go back to the car.
Because you forgot that mask.
You forgot that mask.
Yeah. I was actually in a store.
Yeah.
And I had my mask on me. I think it was in my pocket because I had took it off for a minute, and I realized I was literally in the store, and this was before everybody really started getting vaccinated, and I totally forgot. I'm like, oh shoot, and I'm in the store, nobody said anything, and I was like, oh shoot, let me put my mask on, But I do know, and this is not, everybody's story. I do know, that I was told that I actually have antibodies, and that my body built up enough, to protect me. This was back last year. So I'm actually going, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I just want to know. I just want to know just to know, because they kept saying, oh, if you have antibodies, it's not going to last long. So if I still have antibodies, it would have been over a year that my body has built up antibodies. So I just want to see.
We had a doctor on here. That was a perfect question you were supposed to ask him, Lady Shreen. I can't answer that question. If you have antibodies, does that mean?
No, I did ask him. Yeah.
We did ask Dr. Gorham that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Dr. Gorham was here a few weeks ago.
See, I'm just curious. I just want to know, because they said it wouldn't last long. So I just want to know, and I'm sure other people might want to know too, find out.
Well, it's very interesting. Again, like I said, I was thinking about putting together a class reunion for my class because I've been out of school for an hour and years, right?
Wow. Okay.
Marquise, why did you blank that out? Oh, okay.
I don't think we know that language. we don't know that language.
And in polling some of the classmates, I've been getting a variety of directions that I should consider or not consider.
Exactly.
And one of the things that was posed to me in one of the comments was that if you're thinking about putting together a group of people, you got to know that there's the them versus us syndrome going on. Do you know who the them are, Marquise?
Yeah.
Marquise, do you know who the them are? Who the them are?
Right. Wow.
The them versus us. Donnie, do you know who the them versus us are? Okay.
Sure you do.
The them are those individuals that took the COVID shot and have taken the vaccine.
Versus those who have not.
Those have not.
Yeah.
And in one instance, I was told that the those versus the thems. Yeah, they got really upset because they was like, "How dare you? How could you? Why would you?
Right.
How can you be in my presence if you haven't been hit with the shot?" And so, I mean, it's really almost, and you go on some of the medias and they got a big circle right outside their head.
Right.
COVID vaccinated. Like they wearing that banner.
No, it's true.
And if you ain't got that banner on there, then don't talk to me socially in Facebook because you have not been vaccinated. You are the alien species and you must be destroyed.
Wow.
I mean, it's really to the point now that it makes you wonder.
I mean, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, one. And then two, if it's really, really, really spiking and it's spiking fast, then, the question is, where do we go from here? Do they close back up again? We don't want to hear that. But, I mean, the reality is here. The reality of it, what is the deciding factor?
I can't answer that question.
Exactly.
I know one thing.
Exactly.
It was hard as heck when this thing first came out for my wife to even leave the household. She's like, I ain't leaving nowhere. I'm like, let's go to
the store.
Corner. Let's go to the corner. I beg you. Let's go to the corner. I'm not going out there.
You have a lot of people who felt that way, So, all we could do is just pray and say,
pray a whole lot. Pray a whole lot.
Let this thing go. you know.
Yeah,
we want it to be gone.
What will be will be. I mean, and
That's it.
What you hope for and you pray for is that no one in your immediate family. You hope nobody ever gets this.
Exactly.
And nobody ever dies
this is
from
true.
it. But there's all kinds of conspiracy theories and reference of what it was and why it was.
Right.
We're at the 4E podcast. Can't really talk about that because we don't know.
Right.
It is what it is. But one thing that we can say is that we're here and you're there.
Yes,
and we're glad that you're here, and we're glad that we're here and that you're there and that you're listening into us.
Exactly. And I'm laughing at some of the comments from Yolanda. I understand. Yes. She was like, no, and then she was like, her son needs in school instruction, and that's very true. I was talking with this lady when I was in the doctor's office, and she was saying that her grandkids who are straight A students, they were struggling and failing, and because they were home. They were home for the whole school year, so it does take an effect on the kids, and so they definitely need to be in school, but we gotta see, what's gonna happen, what the verdict will be.
Yep, there were some towns surrounding where we live that actually had their students going to school.
Yeah.
Full days.
Right.
No issues, no warrants, no questions, and then we have other schools that have had their kids not go to school.
Right.
What's going to be the end result of this?
Exactly.
Are students going to be further behind than they already were?
Right.
Is that gap going to increase between the knowledge of them versus those that have not gone to school?
This is it,
And what does that mean? Because, you take the average parent that's used to having their child out of the household for a certain period of time, and then now all of a sudden they're in the household 24/7. How do you motivate that student to do what he needs to do? Now there's a lot of students now today that are going to summer school to try to make up for some of those coursework that they allegedly missed.
Because they wasn't paying. Some of them wasn't paying attention. And I talked to a couple of students. And when I said, "Were you paying attention? Were you distracted?" and they just bust out laughing like, "No, I really wasn't." So, it's hard. It's really, really hard.
I heard the story with the computer was turned on and the ceiling was actually the student. I was like, "What kind of class is this? This is a ceiling student." This is the ceiling. We have reached our maximum input.
Terrible.
We will not take any more questions at this point. I'm like, what? Yeah. So, but in addition to that, I've actually spoke to some teachers, and I asked them, well, what was your participation, and what was it like? And then comic relief is that I spoke to someone that's really dear with me, dear to me, and he basically saying everybody's going to be like blink, blink, blink. Go, everybody pass, and there's no failure.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well, social promotion at its best.
That's at its best, exactly. Wow.
But what do you do with, you can't keep students back from the natural progression.
Progression.
Even when I spoke with you about your son and that he graduated, it was very trying for him because at the end, after all that was said and done, he thought at the end he was going to be able to take that tassel and move it over.
Exactly. Yeah.
He never got to do that.
No, they did after a while, but after that, the excitement was gone. Number one, number two, he was only allowed 2 people. When you are used to, a large group of people there to support you, and then of course, you want to celebrate, you want to go out, you want to have a graduation party, but all of that we wasn't capable of doing that,
This year I actually attended my niece's baby's daughter's graduation, and they had people in the stands. And there was no limit to the amount of people. It was a smaller school.
Wow.
And they had the graduation. And afterwards they had a dinner. It's just unfortunately that same day I couldn't stay for the dinner because I had to go. So Rashada, if you out there and you listening, big ups and much love to you. That's my little niece.
Congratulations.
My oldest niece, actually, Rashada. Yeah. So her daughter, Sophia, graduated. So it's just really interesting that, we're trying to get back, and I think everybody, I don't care who you are, wants to get back to some form of normalcy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
This is killing us for us not to be there. So, I mean,
yes, it is.
The weather is open. I spoke to a friend of mine, and I said, well, how is the scene going? And he's a DJ. And he says, man, you going to Elizabeth, it's wide open.
Oh, wow.
People in the clubs, they partying, they having a good old time, they drinking, they socializing, there ain't no six, they packed. He said they packed. He said they got lines outside waiting to get in.
Wow.
So, I mean, you go, people are talking about they can't even get airplane tickets now.
I don't know. I mean, I can't.
Not that you can't get them, but you could be delayed.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know if this. Well, I don't think this was due to the spike, but I know before they were reporting that the attendants they were not coming in. I don't know if they were striking. I don't know what was the issue, but it could have been over the mask issue, because a lot of people feel like I am vaccinated, I don't have to wear a mask on a plane. So there actually was a lot of cancellations and delays. You're right. Yes. But so you have to be careful.
It could even have been the fact that you went from 0 to 100 real quick, and nobody was really ready to acknowledge that accelerator was opened up so fast.
Right, this is true.
So capacity wasn't there to handle the amount of surge that was upon us. So
this is
you go to the supermarkets, they're packed. The lines, I think, have dissipated a little bit.
Yes. But you know what? I don't know, because for the life of me, we're like my family and I, we're trying to figure it out. So my dad and my sister said they went to a store, and they said there was nothing on the shelves. And I'm like, okay, why are we going?
That was right before a storm, right?
No, this was yesterday or Saturday, one of the days. But I'm like, okay, so maybe somebody can enlighten us, like, why are we back with things not being on the shelf? So I thought, maybe people are buying stuff out to sell them. Maybe they're sending them out, to their families in other countries. But I'm like, wow, we're back here, really? Like, seriously, they said it was no soap. No sanitary napkins for the women. It was nothing there. Like, the store was just bare, and I'm like, wow. So I don't know what that is. So if you know,
I would think that the sanitary napkins were bought by the women, and hopefully they were bought by the women.
I'm sure, but it should be on the shelf.
If my wife sent me to the store to buy some sanitary, I would buy them. But my wife isn't even going to be in that predicament, because she's gonna have so much stuff. You never see my basement.
Actually, I have. It looked like a little store.
Okay, so
it looked like a store. Like, you are fully stocked. You don't have to ever worry about anything.
Yeah, well, I don't say anything. We still got to go get our meats, and stuff like that. But as far as like laundry detergent, dish detergent,
you're straight. You're straight. You're straight. Yeah, your wife.
Juices.
Your wife took me down there, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah. So if you ever listen, I got this for you. Listen. If you're having that cookout that I'm going to be invited to, at your house, and you guys go to like the store and they don't have it, I got you. Come to my house. Come to the basement. We'll give you some of the barbecue.
He really does. Like, they have it lined up.
And it won't be expired neither. It'll be fresh.
Yeah, they literally have it lined up. I mean, it's different, but he's straight.
Yeah, we got barbecue sauce, hot sauce, ketchup, pickles,
whatever you want. It's down there.
Mayonnaise, tuna fish. Hey, listen, man.
Fully stocked.
Listen, we could survive. We could survive if there was something that said, listen, there's nothing in the food stores for like 2 weeks. We good. Yeah. We're gonna make it. I mean,
we're gonna shop at his house.
No, you ain't gonna shop. Man, I'll be like, y'all ain't got nothing. Lock the door. Here you go. No, Sugar, you always invited over my house, but I don't even know if you ever even ate any of my wife's cooking, have you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, I know you tasted her juices.
I did have the juice.
Yeah. And Donnie hasn't asked me for it, so I guess he's off of that sugar thing, because that juice, you see, he was like, oh, that's amazing, and everybody tasted it. It's amazing. And I'll be like, yo, you got to market this.
Good.
And I told my wife for so long to do it, and she wouldn't do it. Then all of a sudden, somebody said, yo, you got something, and then. Now she's making juices.
Awesome.
And the next thing is, she don't even know this, but I'll be like, yo, lady, wife, you got to start doing them dinners.
You said dinners? Okay, man, there you go.
Everybody that ever eats at my house say, man, I know why you won't go nowhere. I said, why? Because the man's heart is through his stomach. You feed the man, you keep his stomach full. He ain't got to worry about going anywhere. So, but that's just an old adage. I don't know if it's really true.
I don't know either.
But my wife definitely can cook, and anybody that comes over just loves that. So let's do some self promotion here real quick, Lady Shireen. So if somebody's trying to get in contact with you, where would they go? If they wanted to book you for a video event, a photography event, coming into the studio, that we can talk about the Wix channel, but let's talk about your channels. What you out there? What you got? Your Facebook page, your website, etc.
So you can reach me on Facebook under Shireen Pitt. That's what my handle is on Facebook. Also on Facebook, you could go to Shireen Malika Photography on Facebook. On Instagram is Shireen Malika Photography, Purple Sky Productions, and of course, I believe it's Shireen CLK on Instagram as well. Or you can go to my website. It's Production Studios of PurpleSky.com. That's one of my websites. The other website is Shireen Malika Photography 22.com. And I think, is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah. And if they want to get in contact with me, they can go to Get BC Landscaping. That's for my landscaping side. They can always hit me up on my email, bclandscaping12@gmail.com. And then collectively, if they want to get in contact with either one of us, they can go to our Wix page. What is that email? Or what is that website?
The website is 4epodcast.com. The email for that is the 4epodcast123@gmail.com.
Yeah, so you can hit us up. We're putting it in out there because we want y'all to come into our world, and we want our world to evolve into your world.
Absolutely.
And then we can hopefully grow together.
Yeah.
So if you have a product out there that you're trying to promote and you're trying to get out there and trying to network, we allow people to come on right now for free. There's going to be a time, I keep saying to Lady Shireen, about monetizing what we do. Yes. Because we spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of equipment. And the studio that we're in, Lady Shireen, that's your studio. It doesn't pay for itself. I mean, she's got to work for it. My landscaping company, I can't just wake up in the morning and say, okay, machines, go to work. They'll be like, exactly. Right. They won't even say that. They just be like,
just
innate. Exactly. It'd be like a fly on the wall or like a rock in the ground. You know it's there, but they ain't going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere.
So, but we want y'all to know that we really appreciate those that are listening. Anybody else chime in?
Thank you. So far, I think that was it. We had Regina, we have Yolanda, and we had someone named Xavier.
Yeah. So we got a crew. Webster Avenue.
And I'm sorry, Taye Brown. Hi, everybody. Thank you for your likes, your love, your shares, your comments. Thank you.
And if you guys want to go up to our webpage, 4epodcast.com, you can also put up there some comments that you would like for us to cover. You can also put up there some things that you want us to see us say. You can do whatever you want to do on there within reason. And if we read it and we think that it's something that we can cover, we're going to be in there like swimwear. We're going to just have a good time. So, Lady Shireen, you're going to be going on vacation. I'm going to be going on vacation soon. Hopefully. COVID ain't got nothing on this. You going on your vacation.
Hey, I like that.
I'm going. Listen, you're a prayerful sister, and you pray things into existence. Yes. So this is going to be a family thing?
Yes, it's going to be a family thing.
It's a family affair.
Yes, sir. So,
So where you going?
So we're going to Florida.
Florida? Yeah. Isn't this like your second time to Florida this year?
This year?
Or was it last year?
No, I didn't go last year. No, my kids went to Florida.
Okay, I knew somebody in your family went to Florida.
And my brother.
All right.
They all went.
Well, I'm going to Cali. I
got to get to Cali. I haven't been there yet. I got to get there.
Yeah, but I'm only going for like 2 days. It's going to be like, not even like 48 hours.
He's going to see the game.
We're going to see a game. My boy bought tickets to go see the Rams. I'm a Cowboy fan. As you can see, Cowboy fan for life. For all the haters out there. Woo, yay. But anyway, we're going to see the Rams versus the Detroit Lions. So that's going to be something interesting for me. I'm going to be glad to be out of the immediate environment and just having a good old time.
Yeah,
I plan to have a man's trip. But do you know we only got like 6 weeks left for summer?
Exactly. It's going quick.
It's like crazy. Yeah. And every time I turn around, somebody's trying to squeeze in another event. Come to my cookout. Come to my... I'm like, man, I'm going to be all over the place and not be nowhere. I'm like, no, I can't do all of these things.
This is true.
The summer, that's the one thing that I guess I love about being in business, about being outside. But as soon as you get used to one season, boom, you're into another season. So
this is true, and the summer's always short. So
why is that? Why are the summers so short?
And I feel we get cheated all the time.
Yeah, so. Donnie, why do we get cheated, man? Why can't summer be longer? Like in Europe. What'd you say?
You gotta ask God about that one.
No, God didn't make the months. We made the months. We did the lineage where we were going to place what month.
Go by the weather.
By the weather. Okay, Donnie,
I want you to do some research and get back to me on that. So is it God ordained or is it man-made? Seasons are man-made in reference. The seasons do change. The seasons do change. I grant that. But who decided when summer was going to begin and when winter was going to end or begin? When summer was going to begin, when fall, and then when winter. That was humans. All right, yeah. People used to plant crops and they had to figure it out. When is the best time to put the seed in the ground so I can get some yield, so I can sell this tomato to people.
That's it.
And yams and sweet potato, and not yams. Sweet potatoes is yams. But watermelon, I had a watermelon that was about yay big the other day, and it said seedless. But when I cut it open, it had seeds in it, and I was grateful because anything that has a seed, Lady Shireen, you gonna eat it, right? When things don't have seeds, you be like, where did they biologically make this thing?
Right. I remember a time.
Oh, it's getting loud in here, Lady Shireen. It's getting loud.
I remember a time Brian brought a watermelon. He brought it. It was in his kitchen, and I believe it was seedless, and it started leaking. And it was like this white looking, and it smelled like it was a chemical. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that, but
I remember. I took it back, and they gave me my money back.
Yeah, so
said,
I don't eat that.
I should have cut it before that. Cut it. Oh, I'm sorry. Back into my DJing days. Yeah. But that thing was like awful. I'm like,
it was, and it literally smelled like it was chemicals coming from it, but it was like a white milky substance. And
That's right, because you guys, I'm cutting back on my bread intake right now. I'm trying to lose a few pounds here and there.
Me too. I need to lose
so I'm cutting back on that. But it's kind of hard when you cut back on your bread, and then my wife is putting 2 starches on my plate, and I'm like, man, you're killing me. And then she got those magical juices. I'm like, But listen, I'm trying to cut back because I'm going to tell what y'all to do. Just do this. Everybody out there, just do this.
Do this.
Go to one of your fast food restaurants. I'm not going to tell you which one. Just choose any one that serves bread with their meats. All right, whether it be a chicken sandwich, whether it be a burger or a fish sandwich.
Fish.
All right, and take the bread off and eat just the meat. Take the bread and put it back in the bag. And I want you to do a subconscious and then a conscious measurement. Feel how heavy the bag is without the meat in it. that you have eaten with just the bread. Then you're going to understand what I'm saying. Because, you know, it's by no coincidence. I went to eat at a restaurant the other day.
Okay.
And what they did is the first thing they put in front of you is the bread. Boom.
Absolutely.
And that bread be so
and you tear it up because you're hungry.
You know, you go to
and you put butter on it too.
Yeah, and you go to Old Garden. You can fill out the blank because I ain't giving no promotion. And you get that beautiful long bread, and it's hot, and it got a nice. And then you go to Cowboys. Give you a hint.
Okay.
Country, state, Texas, and you go there. And they give you this nice bread, and it's buttered, and it's brown, and it's sweet, and you take the butter, and you put the butter, and you be like, ugh. But then when the time your food comes, you be like, well, I know Donnie don't have any problem with this, because Donnie's a grown boy. But he takes that bread, and he don't have no problem finishing the plate. I'll be like, Dad, I'm full, and I ain't even eating all my food.
That's it. It's true. This
what
little bug in here. So it's true. You eat all that bread, and you don't want to eat your food. But
hey, I expect you on the football team this year. We got a new football coach. At Plainfield, we got a new football coach.
This little bug is in my face.
Huh?
For freshmen?
He's going to be the new head coach. The new head coach for Plainfield football.
Okay.
Are you going to play?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to see you because I videotape. I see you. Isn't that what our former mayor candidate said? I see you.
Yeah.
We see you.
Yeah. Seniors, y'all do freshmen too?
No, but he controls all of the coaches.
No, I'm saying y'all do the senior.
If you're talking about the video,
freshman
videos
too?
No. We don't videotape the freshmen, but the freshmen are videotaped by a parent or something. But I'm still gonna see you. You might be playing varsity ball in a year. Who knows? They might move you up if you're as good as you say you are. I'm looking forward to your talent. Well, he ain't no good. Marquise, he is no good. You play football?
I did once.
You did what position?
I was the running back.
Running back. Okay.
You were the running back? If you and Donnie go to the restaurant and let Donnie give you some of his food, and then you build defensive lineman, you know, you can go be a big boy. You know. Yeah. Oh, so in the background, this is the first time that we actually had this kind of interaction. They don't even have no mics, but because we're live, they can actually hear. You guys can hear them on YouTube. Instagram. On Instagram. Anybody chime in on Instagram yet?
Let's see.
But
check it out.
No.
Check
that's
it
right.
out.
It's a new page, so we're building it.
Exactly.
And, you know, in this podcast, this is like the Field of Dreams. You remember that movie, The Field of Dreams?
Yeah.
What was the name? What was the content? What was the concept of The Field of Dreams? If you build it,
they will come. That's what they said.
They will come. So that's what it's all about. But we're loving having you guys out there.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. And we want you to spread the word. We do have some guests, like I said, that are going to be coming in the near future. So just stay tuned to us. When we do have a guest, we're trying to be proactive. Well, Lady Shireen has been real proactive in trying to post some of that information up on the webpage so that you can get a insight into who they are, where they come from, what they do. Yeah. But there is going to come a time where in the summer, just because of things, we may take a week off. So we will advise you guys when that's going to happen, because we have to get out there, and we just have to. Everybody that has a chance to, this is one of the prerequisites to all the things that you do. You have to enjoy your time while you have on this earth.
That's the truth.
So every once in a while, you got to go somewhere and recharge your battery.
Got to go somewhere, yeah. And I definitely need a vacation, so yeah. I gotta recharge.
I haven't had a vacation in 2 years.
Definitely have to recharge. It's been busy.
I haven't had a vacation in 2 years.
Well, maybe Lady Sharina and I'll find a way to send you to. We can't send you anywhere far. Maybe we'll send you to the sports arena, Giant Stadium. What did they call that place? That's a beautiful place.
No, why you think I looked at you like that?
That's
you
a beautiful
Giant Stadium. I'm a Giants fan.
No, but what is the place?
Okay.
What do you call that place? Where they have the water rides and everything. In East Rutherford.
The Meadowlands.
The Meadowlands.
And they actually have a new mall. The
Yeah.
American Dream Mall.
The American Dream Mall.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have water rides and water parks.
They do.
So maybe you guys could, Shereen and I can find a way, maybe when we're on vacation for y'all to go and while she's enjoying the beautiful weather of Florida
For real.
and getting her suntan on and going on the beach and eating out, you
That's
guys could
it.
be in the water park. And I would love for that
Okay,
to happen.
okay.
I would love for that to happen. Yeah. So, what else is going
Awesome.
on, Lady Shereen?
That's pretty much it. Working and trying to get things done. Changing from, gear to gear, different things. There's so much, that I do. So,
I think
just
we need
trying
to.
get it
I
done.
think we need to create a Go page for you, Lady Shereen.
A who page?
A Go page.
Okay, you're gonna create me a Go page.
What's
Yeah.
the Go page?
Okay.
The Go page is where people make contributions to
You
you.
mean GoFundMe?
GoFund page. Okay, okay, say it.
Well, I know what he was talking about.
A GoFundMe page.
But there
Okay.
is Cash App too.
Huh?
All right, Brian.
No, but let me tell you what Lady Shereen says she wants, and maybe we can create this. Donnie, I need your input because you're good at this stuff. I'm not good at that. I don't even know what they call it.
Listen,
I said Go page. I'm being like G-O. Let's go.
this is all him, y'all. Like, I know nothing about this, so.
But Lady Shereen wants to purchase this piece of equipment. It costs $5,000.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
okay. So can you, Donnie, create a go?
about.
What do you
Yes,
call
sir,
it?
I can. GoFundMe.
A GoFundMe page. And I'm gonna make $100 contribution to that once you get it started. Okay. So
Okay.
we're gonna be on our way. And what is this for? This is for us that when we have guests in our audience, that when we have guests in our studio, or whether we're at Aruga's or wherever we are, or where we're in the field, we can actually give you the 360-degree look. It's something awesome.
360. I think it's 360 Pro.
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Okay, I literally don't know what y'all talking about now.
The 360.
She know what we're talking about because she told me about it.
The 360, the thing that she was talking about last Monday.
Yeah, you told me that there's a new
Oh,
product out there.
oh yes. I'm actually they actually backed up because I was gonna actually order it, but I said I would, it's the 360 photo booth.
The
There we
360
go.
photo booth.
Yes.
Right. So when you create that GoFund page,
Yes, sir.
you got $100 contribution from me. All right.
All right, Brian.
So,
Look at that.
I mean, I just think that is something that I need to pour into her because she's always poured into me, and we need to pour into each other so that we can show that
Thank
we
you.
are a community, and that community constantly evolves. And just because you have something that I don't have, or I have something that you don't have, doesn't mean that we can't collaborate and cooperate. Cooperative economics.
Right.
So I just want you guys to think about that. I'm putting that out there on the web page, on Facebook, and on YouTube, and all the rest of those other channels that we have. That if you want to help us continue to grow, that you feed into Lady Shereen, and I believe that
Thank
you
you,
will
guys.
see the power that this will bring to you as a watchful audience. And maybe when you decide to come on our show, that you can be a part of that experience. Because we try to bring the fun, we try to bring the pain, we try to bring everything so that you can understand that this is all about entertainment,
Enlightenment,
empowerment,
education.
and education.
That's it.
So with all that being stated, we only have about 1 minute left. Lady Shereen, you got anything that you want to say? And then I'm going to let you close us out as I historically let you bring us in. I'm going to let you close us out. So you got
Cool.
anything?
So again, thank you so much for watching. If you're tuned in, thank you so much. Thank you, for your support. We thank you for that, and trust me, it won't go unnoticed. I guess that's why God put certain people together.
Yep.
Because I myself don't mind giving back. I for the people that bought my book, I had did a drawing, and 10 people was able to get literally a nice package for photography. You know, so yeah, they got a free package, and you know, we did that, so it's not a problem. You know, there's other things that we want to do, and so, you know, being partnered with Brian, he has the same type of heart. So, you know, you have two people with good hearts that, you know, come together to make things happen, and so we definitely want to do that. So again, we thank you. Keep watching, because you never know what we might do.
So I just want to say this, Lady Shereen, too much who is given, much is required. My brother often used that proverb, and the reality is that we have always, and we continue to always give back. We give back, and not just the pure energy that we put out there in the web. We also have given back where we have given individuals trumpets, we have given away tickets, we have shared experiences, we have enlightened, we have empowered, we have done a whole lot of different things. And that is not a brag, it's just something that we do that comes natural to us. And because it becomes natural to us, we want it to become natural to you, because we believe that if we feed into you, then you can feed into us, and that overall the whole universe can move. So with that being stated, I'm done, Lady Shereen. Just tell them what you want to say.
You sure you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, all right. So good night, everyone. We appreciate you, and tune in again next Monday. We will be here. I think we have a guest coming in. Right, Brian, that you have coming in? Or is that August? Never mind. That's in August. So, but yeah, we'll still be here next week, and we'll let you know when we're not going to be here, because we definitely need a vacation. It's been a lot, so yeah. So good night. So the switcher, he's laughing, and he's going to fade us to black. And tune in again next time. And if you want to, and also you can also go to YouTube and catch all our previous episodes. You know, I'm sure the one that we have posted. You can check it out there, or our Wix, which is 4epodcast.com. You can go on the Wix and you can catch all of the episodes that we have up there. So yeah, so tune in next time. Thank you again. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Good night. Bye.
Peace.